Hello, everyone. My name is Krista, aka Miss Fred from Miss Fred Music Ed on Teachers Pay Teachers, and today is TpT Tuesday, where I talk to you about everything that I've been up to in my Teachers Pay Teachers store, as well as go over with you other teacherpreneur types of things that I am doing. If that's something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate the growing community that I have here, and it just helps me so much to have support from other TpT sellers or other teachers, and for us to learn from each other. So before I begin, I just want to show you my very cute shirt. I was grading a bunch of papers today, and I just really needed to feel snarky about how many times I have to tell kids to use like regular punctuation. So this is my snarky shirt. I don't remember where I got it, but I'll try to find it and I'll link it. It's like not a sponsored thing. Obviously, I have 4 people watching these videos, but it's just cute. So if you're a teacher, you might be interested in it. Okay, so let me just kind of update you a little bit on what's been going on in my life. This week was a pretty tough week in terms of Teachers Pay Teachers. I kind of felt like a giant failure. I didn't get very much done in my store, didn't get very much done on my website. It's just been busy, y'all. I've been helping out a friend with some babysitting. I have some friends in town who are here for medical reasons, and I've been trying to help them out as much as possible. Plus, this past week I had to plan a baby shower, and then I didn't even end up going because I had something come up with that family. It was just like a crazy time. In addition to that, I'm also the Quality Matters coordinator. If you know about Quality Matters online, you know that it's kind of a tedious, time-consuming thing. So I'm working on that. I also have just been in musical rehearsals for the musical, which is after school, and that takes up time. Choir rehearsals, planning this big festival for May for all age treble singers in Denver. It's going to be like a 1 day kind of like all state for adults type thing, but it's not auditioned. So I've been doing that. Needless to say, I have a lot of irons in the fire. And this week, TpT kind of fell by the wayside. I only got up 3 products this week, which was a little bit disappointing and frustrating, but you know what? It's okay. I also only got up 2 blog posts this week. It was just a very tiresome type of thing. So, yes. But overall, it's still going well. Unfortunately, my streak broke. I had a streak for like 20 days in a row. I sold a product and I was so excited to see if I could get through February. And then the last 3 days, I've sold nothing. So I'm trying not to take it personally. I think there's probably 2 to 3 reasons that this happens. Number one, Valentine's Day is over and teachers were buying a lot of Valentine's Day stuff leading up to Valentine's Day, which is what my best sellers were this past week. The other thing is, I'm sure those of you who are on TpT know that Google is not working, and all of my stuff is like Google related. Now, I didn't upload it like a Google app because that just stressed me out. So I just made it as a link that you copy. But when you search my stuff, it's Google, Google, Google. And so if I were a Teachers Pay Teachers buyer this week, I would not be wanting to buy Google products because they're having problems with their Google. So I think that's contributing to my lack of sales. And then thirdly, I just think like I'm still a pretty relatively new store. So that could just be part of it, as like you don't make sales every day. So I was feeling very lucky that I had been, but it is what it is. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I've been having some technical difficulties today with TpT, so this has been frustrating. I'm trying to upload a new banner. I have created a new banner, and I've tried to upload it, and it just does not want to upload, but it is a Women's History Month banner, because I'm going to be featuring a lot of Women's History Month products come March, and that is what the focus of my curriculum is going to be building over the next couple of weeks. So, which will be fun. So, but this is what my store is looking like right now. I have 65 products in the store, and I have a new review in. I'm so excited that somebody finally reviewed something. They reviewed my free version of my Taylor Swift assignment, which was a really fun assignment, but it actually was getting kids really involved in like literary devices. So I'm gonna go ahead and read you my new review that came in today. Thank you, Sandy B, for reviewing me. Just appreciate you so much. She said, excellent, informative, engaging resource. My students loved it. Thank you, Sandy. So this was my Taylor Swift resource. Basically, it was for Valentine's Day, but it really can be anytime. What you do is it's a listening assignment. So this can be done with music or English, but it talks about all the literary devices used in Taylor Swift's writing. The free version, you can just go ahead and download it, and it's just a printable, and it only has a couple of the things. But for the paid version, it's a digital product, and it goes through a lot of literary devices, and it has a lot of other information. This is the freebie. Let's see how we're doing. Um, I don't know if I know you can see how many people have downloaded it, but I don't know where you can see that. So, I was gonna tell you, but not what? 99 downloads. That's crazy talk. Oh yeah, so 99 downloads on my Taylor Swift resources. I think I'm going to change the thumbnail so that it's not a Valentine's resource anymore and just make it a literary music resource. So that's exciting. 99 downloads. Wow. And finally a rating. So that made me so happy. And I'm taking forever again. So let's get to my dashboard. So as you can see, we are going from the 13th to the 19th. And the February 13th was a great day for me. I made $16 and I sold quite a few things. My Valentine's resources were pretty low in price. They were all under $3, like 150 to 250 on all of them. So 16 in one day was a really good day for that. And then on the 14th, I sold a couple more. And on the 15th, I sold a couple more. And then Friday. So I did sell something Monday to Friday of that week. But sadly, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I didn't sell. Oh, the other reason that maybe I didn't sell is because it was a holiday weekend. And so teachers were just like vibing and chilling because it was a holiday. So, which I totally get and I totally understand. Um, Overall this week, I made $27.65, which is fantastic. And that means that for the year, I have made $259.58. That's my take home. But in sales, I've made $326.93. That is just bananas to me. It is only February. It's my second month. I have 65 products in the store, as I said, and it's going really well. I'm just about finished with my world music series. I've got one or two more assignments to put up, one for sure, and then I may try to do an extension assignment to go with it. But of my world music history, and then I'm going to shift over to women's history music, and then from there I'm going to shift into doing Western classical music, which is probably going to be the more of the popular stuff, but it's not what I'm teaching now. I taught Western classical music in the fall, so I have to kind of convert all of those things into sellable products. I've been focused on assignments that I can do with my students in my music class. So that's what I have been up to, and it has been awesome. I'd love to show you my blog just for now. So I got 2 new blog posts up this week. One of them was today. Honestly, guys, doing a TpT Tuesday is like the most motivating thing in the world, because today I was like, you better get a product up, you better get a blog post up, because that is what's going on. So obviously I did my income report for week 6, and then I did this one about recorders and music ed. I don't know if you've seen this meme going around the internet, but it gives me the frustrations. So this blog post is all about why it's important to teach recorders, why we do teach recorders, and the benefits of teaching recorder in school. So if you're a music teacher, you know. If you're not a music teacher and you have any kind of feelings about recorders other than being team recorder, I invite you to read my blog just to understand what the significance of learning recorder is. If you've got a kiddo who's playing recorder in school right now, please encourage them, because it's really, 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 really good for their brains to do recorders. And there is my rant about that. This video is kind of derailing. In addition to doing music, I'm also teaching ELA, which I have now started teaching English for, and that has been something I took over for a teacher who left our school. And so I'm just trying to get my bearings with that class and figure out what I want them to do in quarter 4. For quarter 3, I've just kind of been doing more of the same of what their previous teacher was doing, but I'm a novel girly, so I'm planning to do a novel with them. So yeah, if you are an English teacher and you have novel ideas for Q4 that are engaging for high school students, that aren't too difficult, please drop them in the comments below or feel free to message me because I could use some advice. It's my first time teaching senior English. In addition to that, just for fun, I'm going to tell you what we're working on. So I personally, for my book club, am reading Mr. Churchill's Secretary, which is very cute. I don't know if you've read it, but that's what I'm up to. And then I'm reading a book called First Lie Wins. It's one of the Reese Witherspoon book club books. So those are what I'm reading personally. My high school students are reading this Red Pyramid by Rick something or other. I don't know how you say his name. I know this is not a high school level book, but this is a mythology creative writing class. So I'm just trying to expose them to authors who are writing in the mythology genre because we're working on Egyptian mythology right now. My creative writing students just finished reading Hitchhiker's Guide in our science fiction unit, and now we're starting our fantasy unit. So they're reading A Wrinkle in Time. And I just kind of want to reread A Wrinkle in Time because it's such a cozy book and it just makes me so excited to read it. As of right now, you guys know I'm not doing ELA resources. I'm only doing music resources because that's the niche that I've chosen. That's the niche that I probably feel the most comfortable in. But I think eventually I'll break into it. Just a couple of random thoughts since I'm already in ramble mode. And if you're the type of person who likes watching these videos, then you've stuck with me and you've already clicked out if you're somebody who doesn't like rambly videos. So, but I am thinking truly that being on TpT is making me a better teacher. And the reason why is because I'm thinking so much more carefully about every assignment, making sure that the questions make sense, making sure they align with standards, making sure that those things, and it's not like I wasn't doing those things before, but sometimes you're just kind of like in survival mode and you're just triaging and you're like, what can I have my kids do this week? But now I'm just more carefully thinking about it. And I'm also creating assignments with an idea in mind that eventually this could be a product. And if I want to sell it, I want it to be super high quality. So, like I've been making my Red Pyramid assignments to go with this book, and those I could easily turn into a product eventually. Right now, they're just like in a Q&A format and they're not like pretty and cute, but all I have to do is put them in a template and they'll become like a really cute assignment that people could do, or a really cute series. Same thing with Hitchhikers. I spent a lot of time prepping this with the idea that eventually it could become a resource. So I don't know if you are a teacher and you're having that same thing, maybe some more veteran teachers. Not that I'm not a veteran teacher, it's my 7th year, but some people who've been teaching for longer, maybe they already felt that way and that's why they're putting things up. I was having to create resources that I'd never used before that I had tried to buy, and that's sort of what got me into TpT was I can't find what I need. And if I can't find what I need, then maybe other people can't find what they need either. So that's kind of the angle that I went into TpT with, rather than I already had all these resources to put up. So yeah, I think it's making me a better teacher. It's making me more creative, trying to make things that are different and just see how they do, see how kids like them. One of my biggest things this week was with my Taylor Swift assignment, which I've already talked about. I had my students do it for Valentine's Day. And, we're learning classical music in my class. It's a music appreciation class. We've gone through all of the world music history things, and we're in jazz right now. Jazz is more like user-friendly and fun for kids, I would say, rather than classical music, even though I love classical music with my whole heart. And it's so important to teach. But then I threw this random Taylor Swift assignment in, and we're talking like, whereas like normally their responses, they would like maybe write about 200 to 300 word responses in their writing prompts about this. With Taylor Swift, I was getting answers that were like 1,000 words long, 1,500 words long. I mean, they really had a lot to say about this music, and it really made them dive deep into the text and really think about the literary devices used in her music. And whether they loved her or hated her, they had a lot to say about it. But even the kids who aren't loving her definitely loved talking about the devices and whether or not they liked them and things like that. So it was really cool to do something modern. Then I noticed the assignment after that, I was getting better responses. So after Taylor Swift, I think we went into jazz fusion and their writing improved from the previous assignment before Taylor Swift to Taylor Swift. Writing went up. Writing didn't stay up that high for the next assignment, but they were able to talk about it more and even say things like, I didn't really like Sun Ra because it was kind of wacky and sounded a little spacey, but I noticed these instruments. I noticed this texture, and they're starting to get better. So it makes me feel excited to do things like this. I'm going to do a whole series of modern composers and kind of some English music crossover things that I can use in both classes, because the Taylor Swift assignment, while I did it with my music students, talking about literary devices and song lyrics is something that you could always do with an English class. It's such a great way to talk about poetry with your English class. So anyway, that is my ramble for the day. I hope you guys are doing well. This week, I'm going to try to get up a few more assignments. My goal is that next week on Tuesday, I'll be able to say that I'm at 70 products. That's my goal for the week. Originally, I had said, oh, I just want to put up 100 products in the first year. I have a feeling I'm going to blow that out of the water because I get motivated and I get in these like work grinds. And like even this week, I just felt like a big old failure, but I still was able to get up 3 products this week. So I'm hoping that I can stay in this momentum as I continue on. But anyway, my lunch break is almost over and I've got to get back to class. So I'm going to eat some food and get busy. I hope you're doing well. Please do leave a note in the comments if you're selling and tell me what you're up to in your store. What were your wins? What were your losses this week? And just, I love to connect with other teachers. Anyone who is a YouTuber who's commenting below, I am following them and watching your videos and cheering you on. And I'm so happy for you. So please, please share with me, connect with me, other TpT sellers and other teacherpreneurs that are doing other side hustles. Because as you know, I'm doing a ton of other side hustles and I love connecting with all different types of teachers. So, okay, I really am done for real this time and I'm going to stop talking forever. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.